Welcome to the LLC Name Research video. There are a few things to keep in mind when selecting your LLC name. Your desired LLC name must be distinguishable and cannot be too similar to the names of existing organized entities. There are also certain restrictions and requirements to keep in mind regarding the use of certain words and abbreviations. Suffixes and different business types do not constitute a difference. For example, the name Business Enterprises LLC would not be available for use if there was an active corporation filed under the name Business Enterprises Incorporated. The singular, plural, and possessive forms of a word are considered the same, and spaces and punctuation do not constitute a difference. Inserting the words an, the, and, or using the ampersand symbol do not constitute a difference either. For example, Umbrellas LLC, An Umbrella Incorporated, and The Umbrella Limited are considered the same and are not distinguishable from one another. Neither are the names Apple Orange LLC, Apples and Oranges LLC, and Apple and Orange Limited. The word Florida, the abbreviation FL, or the words of Florida at the end of a name do not constitute a difference either. For example, PGM Logistics LLC would not be available for use if there was an active LLC with the name PGM Logistics of Florida LLC. Your LLC name will be available for use if there are no other names like it. You will also need to pay attention to the status of existing registered names in the search results, as some are available for use and some are not. Names with an inactive or inact status are available for use. These are prior business names which have since expired and are now available to new businesses. Names with the active, act, or inactive /UN for inactive and unavailable are not available for use. Active names are currently registered business names, and an inactive and unavailable name is not yet available for new businesses to use. We will go into detail through our examples in our online search. Since an LLC is not a corporation, you cannot use the words incorporated or corporation or an abbreviation of either, such as Inc. or Corp. Your LLC name must end with the words Limited Liability Company or the abbreviations L.L.C. or LLC. The abbreviation LLC is the most common. If your LLC will be used in conducting business with others, you may want to make it easy to remember, easy to spell, and something remarkable. We also recommend thinking of an alternative name now in case you find yours is unavailable. Example, your desired LLC name is Speedy Delivery Services LLC, and an alternative would be Quick Delivery LLC or At Your Door Quick LLC. Keep in mind that if after you submit your articles of organization, which is discussed in Lesson 2, and it is discovered that your name is not available for use, the Division of Corporations will send back your filing with details on what needs to be changed. There are no additional costs associated with this. We are now ready to search your desired LLC name against all of the registered entities in Florida. The link below this video will take you to the state's online database. Let's head over to the state's website. This is what the search page will look like. If for any reason the link below this video did not work, please go to www.sunbiz.org. Once on the home page, scroll down and on the left, click Search Our Records. Underneath Corporations, Trademarks, Limited Partnerships, and Limited Liability Companies, click the first link, which is Inquire by Name. For our first example, we will use Bagels with Locks, LLC. I'm now going to type Bagels with Locks into the search bar and then click Search Now. Capitalization is not important, and don't enter the suffix such as Limited Liability Company or the letters LLC. You can just enter the first part. Once the search results are displayed, you have to look through the alphabetical list and find the LLC name. Here you can see Bagels with Locks LLC, And if you scroll over to the right under status, this is active. That means that this is a registered business and I cannot use that name for my LLC. Remember, if you see the status active, ACT, inactive /UN, which is inactive and unavailable, or you see name HS, any of those names will not be available for use. I'm now going to click the back button and let's try another search. For this example, I'm going to use The Ride Adventures, LLC. I've entered the words The Ride Adventures and I'm going to click Search Now. You'll see here in our search results that the first one that came up was Ride Adventures, LLC. And if I look under status, this is an active registered business. Although my desired name was The Ride Adventures, LLC, there's already a business with the name Ride Adventures, LLC. Remember, the words the, N, A, an ampersand, or a space don't constitute a difference. In this example, I cannot use this name. I'm going to hit the back button again and we'll do another example. For this example, I'm going to go with the name Ships Cafe of Florida. I've entered the words and I'm now going to click Search Now. Sometimes you'll need to scroll through the list in order to see whether or not there is a similar name. Since I typed in Ships Cafe, I'm realizing that the first results are a little bit ahead in alphabetical order. I'm going to scroll down and click Previous List, and I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. You'll see at the bottom here I found Ships Cafe LLC. And although I wanted the name Ships Cafe of Florida LLC, using the word Florida, the abbreviation FL, or the words of Florida does not constitute a difference. And in this case, because this business is active, I cannot use this name. Let's go back to the search screen and do another example. For this example, the desired LLC name is Consulting Across Borders. I've entered the desired name and will click Search Now. For this example, you'll see that we've come across Consulting Across Borders Incorporated. However, if you look to the right-hand side, this name is inactive, which means it's available for use. The status inact or inactive means that the name has expired and is now available for new businesses. If this were my LLC name of choice, I could now move forward on to the next step, which is the Articles of Organization. Let's do one more example. Let's go with the name Baya Management, LLC. I've typed in the words Baya Management, and I'm going to click Search Now. As I scroll through this list, I realize that there are no other existing businesses with even the word Baya, let alone Baya Management or something similar. For this example, I could move forward with the name Baya Management, LLC. If you have specific questions regarding your LLC's name availability, you can call the Division of Corporations directly at 850-245-6051. Once you have found a name that either no one else has registered or a name that has an inactive status, you're ready to move forward on to the next step. Please see Lesson 2 for instructions on how to file the Articles of Organization. This now concludes the name research video.